all my merry makers. My name is Becca, and it's time for some yarn deliciousness. Some of it is mine. Some of it could be yours. So I kind of posted a teaser earlier. I went to my favorite craft store, Smart, which is a craft store here in Nashville. I talk about it a lot because I go there a lot. Think Goodwill, but for arts and crafts. I mainly go there for yarn and yarn related objects. But every so often I go for other reasons. So today was the beginning of their Fill a Basket sale. And what that sale is they have those little shopping baskets that you can find at most grocery stores. And you can put whatever you want in that basket from the store and only pay $32. So if you're really smart, you can save a whole lot of money. I mainly went hoping to find some luxury yarns because sometimes they have some luxury yarns. I did find a couple, which I will be showing to you. But mostly what I found was not luxury yarns, but I feel like I still made good on what I purchased. I filled 2 baskets, mostly full of yarn, to no surprise of anybody. And some other stuff. And I'm going to show it all to you. Before I went, I also went through my stash a little bit. And I made some discoveries. Discovery number 1. Guess where it was? Put away. Novel concept. I was looking for something else entirely. Came across this and was like, there you are, you little stinkerbot. So I will finish the 2 rows of manila that I am on now, which will end out part 8 of the compendium that I'm working on for the Phoenix blanket. And by the time I'm ready for more beige yarn, hopefully the beige yarn that I ordered from Hobby will have arrived. The second discovery I made was these 2 guys. They happened to be in the same box, but they were not initially together. This is yarn that I had found at Smart before, and this I think I got, well, this is from HautKnitYarn.com. Jimmy Sock Fingering Weight Paradise Banana. If I remember correctly, my husband bought me this yarn as part of a different set, but I decided that these go much together better than the first 2 that he got. Alright, so who's ready to look at some yarn that I bought? I'm not sure how to do this. I've already separated the yarn so that the first bag I go through is yarn that I am keeping, and then the second bit of yarn that I have is not only yarn that I bought from the store today, but some yarn that to make space for the new yarn, I went through my stash, like I said, and I've added some yarn from my stash to this. So I still want to start with the yarn I'm keeping. Alright. So first of all is the one that I'm most excited about, the Red Hearts Team Spirit. This is not a full skein, I can tell by the way it's kind of squished in on itself, but there's a lot of yarn here. And if y'all remember, I had some leftover yarn from the hat and cowl set that I made. So I'm playing around with what I can make with another skein and a half basically of this yarn. The next yarn I got actually reminds me of Shawl and a Ball. So because I said, if that's not the same yarn, it's really darn close, because the color pattern is almost completely the same. So it might be kind of hard to see, but this is starting to turn back to the teal here. And then it's easier to see on this side. This one, the center starts with the teal. So basically I'm going to start with this one and then follow it up with this one. Excuse me. Alright, and then I've got a bunch of acrylic yarn that are solid colors, because I actually have a lot of variegated yarn and not a whole lot of solid color yarn. So in order to match them, I got some solid color yarns. So excuse me. One of the fibers must have found its way down my throat. I do apologize. This is I Love This Yarn in black. This is destined to be a hat when paired with some rainbow yarn for Mama G. And then this is Super Saver in, so this is more teal looking than my camera is looking to me. This is Red Heart Super Saver in Jade. This is Mainstays Basic, again more teal than my camera is showing, and it is called teal. And then you've got Red Heart Super Saver in Mint, and that's more of a seafoam green. And as you can see, when you put all three together, they definitely go together. Don't know what I'm making out of that yet. Because we all know from my previous post that what I needed was more teal yarn. This is this is Caron Simply Soft. The color is called Lavender Blue. Yeah, this is basically as close to true lavender as you can get. And then this is I Love This Yarn in medium blue. My camera's showing a little bit more purple. And then I found they happen to have another skein of the Caron Simply Soft in the Limelight. Again, this is a lot more actual like light green than approaching towards neon, but not quite neon. And in my camera, it's looking very just light pale green. And then we've got Red Heart Super Saver Metallic. It's got some shimmery shinies in there. This is light gray. I already have some of this. I'm starting to collect shiny shimmery yarn like this in the acrylic 4 for my shiny universe blanket. Don't ask me who that's for. I just want to make it. Same thing with this Red Heart. I think this is Red Heart Metallic too. This one, the shiny, is more iridescent. And I think this one is just called White. And they had a ton of this. They had like 6 or 7 skeins. I'm like, I don't need that much. So I just grabbed 4. And then last but not least that I'm keeping is this yarn I've never seen before. Isaac Maserati. I'm putting a T in there even though there isn't one. By Premier Yarns. It is a bulky 6. That's 127 yards, 77% acrylic, 15% metallic. You can't see, it's kind of shiny. Well, the camera's not up. It's kind of picking it up. Anyway, so I've got every single one they had. And that is because this is super soft and super pretty. And I ended up with 8 of those. And basically my thought is I am going to be turning that into a blanket. And again, I don't know who that's for, but I can't wait to make it because it is going to be super soft and super pretty. Alright. Things destined for the trash, unfortunately. So I bought these, not knowing you had to have a special tool, which is really a bummer because these are a perfect match for the purple hexa cardigan that I made for my daughter. But if memory serves correctly, I actually have some jewel buttons from when I was trying to make the Infinity Gauntlet for a friend of mine. So I will be doing some more stash diving. Totally not yarn related. Freedom! Sorry about that. This was also at the craft store. For those of you who don't know, my daughter loves anything equine. If you don't know what that means pertaining to horses. So she has a horse, stuffed horse, a Pegasus, a zebra, and a unicorn. So this is just a decoration that I'm thinking about painting. I'm going to have to get some Mod Podge, because this is wood, in order for it to take. But, ooh, maybe we'll make that into a video, hey? Alright, now who's ready for the giveaway? Alright, so I'm going to do this one a little bit different, because one of these bears explanation. And I'm going to start with that one. So these look tiny because they are originally part of a bigger set of yarn from Karen called the Pantone series. And I had several different collections of the Pantone series. And I was able to group them into color groups. Like you see blues and purples here. And then this one is kind of, again, these are more tealy than blue, which is what my camera is showing. And then here's the one that's more bluey blue, teal blue, but more blue than teal. And I had several of these, and I could put it with this one, but it kind of stood out. And I could have put it with this one. So, and I still might do that. But the odd man out was definitely this guy. This mustard yellow one. If memories... Oh, I forgot this one. This set. This pink, teal, purple set. So I thought somebody might be able to take those scraps and pair them with something. That is not a yellow that I like, and it took me a long time to realize that that is not a yellow that I like. And hey, there can be colors that I don't like. And I just realized we're already at almost 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to make this quick. Alright. So, this is Lion Brand Homespun. This came from my stash. The color is Forest. Again, I only have one skein. It really doesn't go with any of the other colors that are in my stash that are this kind of yarn. Actually kind of goes with this, doesn't it? I've also got this, which kind of reminds me of Lion Brand Homespun. I just don't feel like there's enough. Again, I feel like there's not enough here to do much with. So maybe you could pair it with something else that's in your own stash, or just, you know, a fun accent. These, I am pretty sure, are the same yarn. Don't know what kind of yarn, so you'll have to excuse that. But I think if you put them together, it will make close to one skein of whatever this is. And if you can kind of see, there's different purples and barber stripes, and that would be fun looking once it's worked up. I'm going to try to keep it in the chunky. I picked up 2 of the Wool Ease. This one's not a full one, but I figured these two could work together in a project. This is just black. This is called Constellation. They are both a bulky 6, and if so, this one is 79% acrylic, 20% wool, and 1% other. That 1% is obviously the sparkles. Alright, what other? I know I had one more chunky. Okay, here it is. So this is Loops and Threads Charisma. Again, chunky weight. This is color number 6, taupe. It's got 109 yards. So if you've got somebody in your family that likes this color, you can make them a nice hat. Alright. Working our way to the worsted. So these could either go together or be worked separately. This is, and I'm sorry for the, I will be cleaning this up before I actually package it to go away. Like this, to me, this is not acceptable. But I will include the labels. So this is Mainstays Basic. It is a medium 4. This is called Navy. And if you're like me and you don't like mixing your fibers, just as a warning, this is merino. It's actually extra fine merino. It's from Universal Yarn. They call it their Jubilation Kettle Dye Worsted. This color is called Jubilation Tropics, and there is 208 yards of it. Then we've got a little mini cake of what I recognize as Malabrigo. That's a Malabrigo label of their sock, which is fingering. I'm trying not to mess with the label here too much, but yeah, no, it's wool, and this is Chocolate Amargo. You could probably make a pair of shorty socks for that. Or you could actually kind of pair it with this one. See how they kind of go together? Because there's like hints of brown amidst the black and the white and the gray. This just says hand-dyed wool. But I would say that is a fingering. Ooh. Got like the Leaning Tower of Pisa over here. This came from my stash. This is a all-in-one hat kit, but I've seen people make granny squares out of them. I made a penguin hat out of it. It's really cute. I just don't see myself having the desire or the time to make this into a hat. So that's going into the giveaway. Timber. I knew it was going to happen. And then, again, I will re-cake this. But this is the 44th Street that I actually got from Smart from a different trip. Since I was able to match the 44th Street that Ray gave me, I felt like I didn't need this as much anymore. So that's going in the giveaway. And then, last but not least, I've got one skein of Vanna White's Glamour in Sapphire. If for those of you in the know, I am making a shawl out of this silver and had contemplated adding the blue to it, but it just looks so good without it. I have no use for it, so into the giveaway it goes. So there you go, nice little Father's Day / 4th of July giveaway. So because it's late, I will make this video be live as of the 16th. So I'm looking at my calendar and I can't read it from here. Let me look at my calendar on my computer. So 7 days will mean that I will draw the video on the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd. And then the person, whoever gets drawn on the 23rd, will have until 5 p.m. Central Time on the 30th to respond to me. If they don't respond to me by that time, their drawing will be forfeit and I will redraw at a later date. So in order to enter this giveaway, you must be in the continental US, you must be 18 years of age or older. I would really like you to be a subscriber. I would like you to like this video. YouTube is not affiliated with this giveaway. It was fully sponsored by my husband because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Void with prohibited. The way you enter is by commenting on this video. I'm not going to do a special word. I don't do special words. If you watched the video, you watched the video. If you didn't, and you get picked, you get lucky. What can I say? If somebody comments in the comments that you won, it's not me. I will draw the winner from the comments in a separate video on the 30th. If you have any questions, feel free to email me directly at happyyarngirl@gmail.com, which I will include in the description box along with the rules and regulations that YouTube so wonderfully requires me to include. Alright, my merry makers, I hope you will join me Monday for my merry making video where I finally, hopefully, take that jumper and turn it into a little purse. Until then, make what makes you merry. Ciao.